Hello, today I'm going to show you how to create angled HTML containers with CSS. For the contents of this video, we're going to be using the header element and the footer element. We're going to go from this to this. Jumping into the code, we have basic HTML, linked style sheet, which we have here. The header. In the header we have a heading. We have a main element with 2 paragraphs and a footer element. I went ahead and set up some basic stylings. We set the padding and the margin, set a font family to sans serif, styled the header, styled the heading, styled the footer, the margin's just a cheat to get it to the bottom, and then styled the main. To get this to work, we're going to have to work with pseudo elements. The pseudo element we want to target is the after. So for each of the containers we want to target, in this case the header and the footer, we want to create an after. So we do that. We target the element, ::, after, open our curly brackets, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the same one in for the footer. Okay. Now, in this pseudo element that we're putting in after the heading, we want to give it some properties. First, we want to set its position to absolute. We want to make the width and the height 100%, so it's 100% of the parent element, in this case is the header. The next thing we want to do is we want to add a content tag. We're going to do double single quotes and leave them empty. We want to set the background content. I'm only going to target the color. You can target background if you'd like, to inherent. That way we don't have to worry about the color of this pseudo container. It will automatically take it from the parent. From here we're going to position it top 0, right 0, bottom 0, and you guessed it, left 0. And this is going to work within conjunction of the position absolute, just to make sure it stays within the header element. Now, the next element we want to target is, by default, this pseudo element is going to be on top of its parent. We want to make sure that this is seen behind it. So we do that by simply targeting the z-index property and making sure it's below its parent. Its parent doesn't have one, so we're just going to set it to -1. Now everything up till this point has simply just created a box, a pseudo box, not an actual element, within the header. It's doing absolutely nothing, it's just a box within a box. Now, where the actual magic happens is we want to transform that property to give it that angled effect. So how we do that is we want to use the transform property, but before we do that we need to set the origin. We do that by transform origin, and we want it to transform along the top and the left. Now we can transform it. This property is written by first selecting it, and then which way we want to transform it. For this example, we're going to skew the Y. And this property is written by degrees. So we pick the quantity of the degrees we want to affect. In this case, I'm going to do 6 degrees. And then designate it with DEG for degrees. Now, this is all set. Now the only thing we need to add to this is going back up to the header container. We need to switch its position to relative. That way the header will always stay relative to its parent, which in this case is the body HTML, and then the after header will be absolute to that. If we didn't have this position relative, well, I'll just show you. The header would take up the whole screen because we want to make sure its properties is relative to its parent. So put that back in, and we can see we get the desired effect. Now the footer is not there simply because we didn't add that in. So get that to match our beginning example. Relative. Instead of writing all this out, copy and paste. If you want the files from today's video, please see the accompanying blog post in the description section. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe. That's a huge help. And if you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comment section. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.